Wonderful month. I wanted to get on here. I was asked to go a little more in detail on the ingredients in our products. I know I did a live on the ingredients when we did our event, but I wanted to come on here and just talk about a few different things a little more in detail. I may do another one of these later on and actually break up each product, but today I wanted to just kind of focus on the overview of it because a lot of the same ingredients are in multiple products, and a lot of the information, quite frankly, you can find in here, which you'll hear me go over some of these, but I've also done a little bit of extra research and then just things that I already knew that I wanted to come on here and touch base with you guys and kind of give you the same information. I do apologize in advance for my appearance, so I may do this video again just for the sake of looking cuter, but I wanted to go ahead and do this so we could get it up so everybody could start going over everything. So I don't know if this will be as entertaining as Bill Nye the Science Guy was the other day when we did our event, but I will do my best. I also don't want to rush through it, so I don't know how long this video will be, but I'll do my best to keep it short and sweet as possible, okay? So I want to go over first. So obviously we have four products right now, right? So what I want to do is I want to go over the ingredients in each product and just kind of list them out. Now what I did was I did type up this information. So if any of you did want this information in writing, if you just message me your email address and just say, please email product information, then I would be more than happy to send this in a hard copy or in an email copy for you as well. Just going over everything that I'm going to talk about today, okay? So let's talk about the ingredients in our cleanser first. So in our cleanser, you have the baobab oil, you have the hyaluronic acid, the inflation, the soluzomes, and the vitamin C, okay? In the serum, you have the baobab oil, hyaluronic acid, inflation, malachite, marine collagen, soluzomes, and vitamin C ester. In the eye cream, you have the baobab oil, circulation booster, hyaluronic acid, inflation, marine collagen, milk peptide complex, soluzomes, and vitamin C ester. And in the moisturizer, baobab oil, hyaluronic acid, inflation, marine collagen, soluzomes, and vitamin C ester. So obviously you can hear a lot of the similarities, right? But there are a few products like the serum has the malachite, and that is not in anything else. The eye cream has the circulation booster and the milk peptide complex, and you get the gist of it, right? So we have all that. Now let's go a little bit more in detail on each individual ingredient, okay? So the first one that I do want to talk about is the baobab oil, because this one is really fascinating to me. Now, you know, I talked about in the live, if you did catch it in the event page, the baobab oil comes from this tree that is literally deemed the tree of life. Like, I was not making that up. If you Googled baobab oil, that is what comes up. And you can find it in Africa, Madagascar, and Australia. And one thing that was fascinating about this tree, y'all, like, listen, I don't know how long a tree is supposed to last or grow, but this tree can grow up to be 1,000 and some odd years old, okay? Like, tree of life. Like, it's gonna outlive all of us and our kids and kids and kids and kids, grandkids, down the line, right? So what happens is when this tree blossoms once a year, then the seeds fall to the ground. Okay, as most things do when it's that time of year. And make sure you message me if you want the email of this, because I don't want to forget. So send me a message on Facebook and I will check it after this, okay? So these seeds fall to the ground, and what they do is those seeds are collected and then they're cold pressed. And that is how they come up with this baobab oil. So they cold press the oil out of these seeds from the baobab tree. Okay. So then the baobab oil is then used for, it can be used on its own, or it can be added into other products. So when I say it is literally the tree of life, I wasn't making that up. I promise. I make up a lot of things, but never when it comes to stuff like this. So it comes from literally the tree of life, okay? Now, one of the great things about baobab oil is it is very high in omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, what? Usually when people think fatty acid, they're like, that's got to be bad for you, right? No. So listen, it helps rejuvenate your damaged skin cells. okay, which is huge in the skincare world because believe it or not, you have a lot more damage happening to your face than you realize. It can be from being out in the sun, it can be from pollutants, it can be from what you eat. Literally anything and everything can damage your skin, right? But with the omega fatty acids, what is that good for? So first of all, it's easily absorbed into the skin. So remember I talked about you have the 3 layers of your skin. You have the top layer, which is your epidermis. You have your middle layer, which is your dermal layer. And then you have the 3rd layer, which is the hypodermis, right? So a lot of your skincare won't penetrate that top layer of skin. Well, with the baobab oil, it has a smaller molecular content, so it penetrates into that dermal layer for easy absorption into the skin without that greasy feeling. Because if you put oil on your skin, it has that greasy oil. This is not that kind of oil, okay? So what is omega-3 good for? Because remember, this baobab oil is really high in omega-3 fatty acids. Well, first of all, omega-3 reinforces and smooths your skin surface. So I don't know about y'all, but prior to Bellame, I had a whole lot of texture on my skin, right? It just texture. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It wasn't really a bump. It wasn't really cystic. It was just texture. So omega-3 is really great for smoothing out your skin surface. It increases your hydration without feeling heavy or oily or greasy. It just increases your natural hydration. It also helps with reduce your redness and any skin sensitivity, because a lot of people I know, like, they just have really sensitive skin, whether that be to the sun or whatever. They just have really sensitive skin. Omega-3 fatty acids are really great to help with sensitive skin. It also eliminates the flaky and dehydrated looking skin. So for all my dry skin girls that have the flakes and your skin's peeling and it just looks dry and patchy all the time, the omega-3 in this baobab oil really helps with that too, okay? It also visibly strengthens skin against signs of environmental damage. Again, that can come from sun exposure. It can come from just the pollutants. If you live somewhere in a highly polluted area like California with all of the smog and everything in the air, like, that's not good for your skin. So you have this to help with that. And it also helps deliver antioxidants for anti-aging results, okay? So literally, I think of it as like aging in reverse, because with all of these good things happening in this skincare, it's going to help slow the process down of aging, right? So essentially, you're aging backwards is how I like to look at it, but that's just me. So the baobab oil has all of that in there to help with your skin, right? So that's just one. All right. So the next one I want to talk about is the hyaluronic acid. Now, I talked a whole lot about this in the last video, but again, if you didn't catch it, I'm going to kind of recap everything. So if you hear the same thing twice, I'm so sorry. So the hyaluronic acid. So what does hyaluronic acid do? Your skin naturally produces hyaluronic acid, okay? But here's the thing. As you get older, our skin is just kind of like, nah, boo, we good. We're just not going to produce anything. Like, we're just going to be lazy. So your skin physically stops producing the hyaluronic acid that you need, right? So that's what kind of makes you look aged and maybe a little bit wiser than you would like to look, because you're running out of collagen and hyaluronic acid. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. But with hyaluronic acid and this super powered hyaluronic acid that is in our products, it basically retains 1,000 times its weight in water, okay? That's a whole lot. So here's what happens. When your skin gets really dry and it starts to like sink in, that's when you start to look aged, because your skin isn't as plump and as firm because it's really dry. Like, there's nothing producing all of the things that your skin needs to keep it looking young and vibrant and fresh and elastic and all that kind of stuff. So you need this hyaluronic acid. You need this moisture, okay? So it helps with the pliability, the firmness, the plumpness, and it also helps along the same lines. And you'll hear me say this a lot, but the same concept as the omega-3 fatty acids, it's helping your skin look and feel softer because of the moisture in it, right? So it's helping protect it from all this environmental shenanigans that we deal with every day. But it's helping it look smoother and more as a unit. You know what I mean? Because even my skin right now, if you can see these lines, like, this part of my face does not belong with the rest of it. Like, this is like the only place I have wrinkles. But they're far less deep than they used to be in the month I've used this skincare. Okay, so hyaluronic acid is a must in all of your skincare. Okay, and hyaluronic acid comes in all 4 of our products, so that is huge for your skin. Okay, now if you're oily, you're probably thinking, homie, I don't need all this moisture on my face. Like, I'm oily. Like, I don't need extra moisture. But boo, listen, you do though. That's the thing. You do. You need this moisture because your skin is so dry that it is producing so much oil because it has to kind of keep up with your dryness. And so once you start to level it out by adding all of this moisture into your skin, you're actually going to notice that you produce a lot less oils. Now, if you're normal skin, this is still going to work great for you because you're getting what you need when you need it as well. And then if you're dry skin, you're also getting the right amount of moisture throughout the day when you need it to keep you hydrated as well. Okay? So next, we have the malachite. Okay? Now, malachite is only going to be found in our serum. Okay, so let's talk about malachite. Now, I talked about this. This comes, like, malachite has been around for 4,000 years, okay? Legitimately 4,000. The Egyptians used it as eyeshadow back in the day. It's this precious green gemstone. Like, if you haven't seen a picture of malachite, you really should look it up because it is gorgeous. Now, malachite helps against inflammation, and it firms and repairs damage to your skin done by the sun, right? Because I never wear sunscreen. I'm working on it. I'm still not there yet. Okay. But the malachite is going to help with any damage. So a lot of times, if you have a lot of freckles or sunspots, having this serum is going to be really great for you because it's going to help with all of the damage caused by the sun. Now, here is what is also really cool that I did not know until I was doing all of this research. Malachite also contains copper. Okay. Which is weird because it's green and copper is not green. But anyway, malachite contains copper. And what that does is it helps stimulate your collagen production. Okay? Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold, please. Just the serum. So, malachite contains copper. Okay? Sorry, I'm trying to stay away from the comments for the replay watchers, but hello everybody. Okay, so because of the copper and that stimulating your collagen production, it's going to help again with your elasticity and the appearance of wrinkles. So you're going to start to hear a recurrence of things. It is all about elasticity, your moisturizing properties, like all the moisture in your face, and the wrinkles. Like the last comment in the video had me cackling. But crinkle free is the way to be. And I can assure you that as you age with these products in your corner, you are going to be crinkle free, girl. Okay? So you have your malachite, and it is a fascinating ingredient. So really go back and look at a picture of it because it is stunning, and you would never think that a product like that would do something for your skin. So that is fascinating. Okay, so next I want to talk about marine collagen. Now, I have a few notes on marine collagen because I was not expecting to be so fascinated by collagen. Okay, listen. First, I found out that there are many different kinds of collagen. Okay, you have collagen that comes from animals, so bear with me. You have collagen that comes from a cow. You have collagen that comes from a pig. And then you have collagen that comes from fish or the marine life, right? So this actually, I giggled a little bit. People that take collagen that comes from a cow are more prone to mad cow disease. So there's that. I learned that, and that was interesting. So thankfully, we don't go with mad cow disease, and we don't go with little piggies. We go with marine collagen, and ours is actually derived from seaweed, not fish, because a lot of the fish collagen actually comes from their scales and their skin, and then the pig and cow collagen comes from their skin and their bones. So that's legitimately how people can end up with mad cow disease. I mean, okay. So we are derived from seaweed with our marine collagen, which I'm very thankful for. But listen, there's 2 types of collagen. There's type 1 collagen, and then there's type 3 collagen. A lot of type 3 collagen is what you're going to take in like pill form to help with like bones and joints and stuff like that. Type 1 collagen can also help with that, but that's going to be the better collagen for you. That's going to help like your skin and all this kind of stuff, right? So your marine collagen, as opposed to your cow and pig collagen, actually enters your bloodstream faster, okay? So because of that, it's helping your body store collagen a lot faster and produce more of its own collagen a lot faster than if you were to go with a different type. Okay. So you want it to be replenishing really quickly because, again, as we age, our collagen production slows down drastically. So by having this collagen go into the bloodstream, because remember, anything that you put on your skin takes less than 60 seconds to get into your bloodstream. So by having this collagen go into your bloodstream, it helps this circle or this cycle of replenishing itself, right? So type 1 collagen is the building block of your strong, flexible connective tissue, bones, and skin, okay? So your connective tissue is in that, the hypodermal layer, the hypodermis of your skin. So that's basically what keeps your skin connected to your bones, okay? Is that third layer of skin. So by having, third layer of skin. So by having all of this collagen that goes down deep, you just notice that you're like, have you ever noticed, and all jokes aside, have you ever noticed, like, as someone gets older, their skin is a lot looser from their bones? Like, have you ever noticed that? And a lot of that comes from that connective tissue not being as connective. So, like, their arms, their hands, like a lot of elderly people, they have just a lot more skin. Like, you'll notice your skin stretches out further and it's not as tight on your bones. That all comes from that. Like, collagen plays a huge part in how you age, okay? So, another thing about marine collagen versus the other animal collagen is it is 1.5 times more absorbent than the other collagen, right? Because it has a lower molecular weight. So what that means is the molecules are smaller. So again, it penetrates through the first 2 layers of your skin to get where it needs to go to help you produce more collagen. Y'all tracking with me? Because I know this is a lot. I'm trying to be as simple as I can, okay? But the other ones have a wider, a higher molecular content, so they don't penetrate as well. So with the marine collagen being in the serum and the moisturizer and the eye cream, it's really going to help penetrate through that top layer. So you're actually doing more, you're taking more preventative measures for your skin in the long term, right? So you're giving it more hydration. You're giving it more of that collagen and all of that good stuff going on, okay? Now, there are 7 benefits of marine collagen in total. There's only 3 that really pertain to skincare. So I want to just go over those 3, but you can look up the other 7. But you can actually take marine collagen pills, fish pills, like fish capsules. You can take those and it will benefit your bones and your joints and all of that. But for the sake of this being with your skin, we're going to go over 3. So number 1, it supports your hydration, firmness, and elasticity, which again, you've heard multiple times already, because collagen is the basis for healthy, youthful looking skin, period, point blank, right? So it helps replenish all of that. Number 2, it minimizes the look of lines and wrinkles, and it also may prevent new wrinkles from forming, because you'll notice that, people think about Botox, right? A lot of people think people get Botox to get rid of fine lines and wrinkles, but they also do it. They can get collagen injections to actually prevent wrinkles. So a lot of people don't necessarily get it to take the wrinkles away, but they get it to prevent it because you have that collagen that's being injected, right? So it minimizes the look and it also of your wrinkles, and it can prevent them from forming. And it also helps your skin's ability to retain moisture. Again, moisture, because all of this moisture, if your skin's not retaining it, it's not going to do you any good. And it also helps, it also protects itself. So the marine collagen helps your skin protects itself from damage from like pollutants and things in the air, environmental issues that can also have a huge downfall on your elasticity and your firmness of your skin, right? Because just, believe it or not, just being out in the world, like, that does some damage. And last but not least, it helps you heal faster by replenishing the collagen required to create new tissue, right? So you have that connective tissue where your skin's connected to your bones. So having that collagen, it just helps keep things tight and in place and where it should be. And that's really super important, okay? So then I just want to talk about a few other things. You have the milk peptide complex, which comes in the eye cream. And one thing about this is it's really high in, what was the word I was looking for? So the milk peptide complex has like, what's the word? Amino acids. There we go. Amino acids that have a regenerating effect, okay? So when your skin is regenerating, when you have the loss of your dead skin cells, you want that regeneration to take place, right? Because that's going to help keep all of your old dead skin cells where it needs to be. But it's also helping with your firmness and your even skin tone and all of that. So you have the milk peptide complex, which is great. And then you have your vitamin C ester, which did I write this down? No, I don't think I wrote this down. So vitamin C is a very, very powerful ingredient. Okay, on its own, vitamin C on its own is actually very, very unstable. So vitamin C needs to be paired with something because vitamin C alone cannot mix with water, right? It's not water soluble. So it actually has to be paired with something, or it has to be adjusted at its molecular level for it to be stable. And I know that sounds really crazy. So that's where you have the vitamin C ester, right? Or vitamin C will always be paired with something else, or it will be a different version of itself. Because vitamin C, again, it's going to increase your collagen and rejuvenate your skin and repair sun damage. So you're starting to hear the consistency in every ingredient and in every product. It's going to help, your vitamin C is going to help reduce your age spots, and it helps reduces your melanin production, which can cause your dark spots and stuff like that. So it will help leave your skin tone more even and more luminous looking because you don't have the different sunspots or the different age spots. So a lot of times you'll notice when you start a product like this, you'll notice that even your freckles, because I'm a very freckly person, but I've noticed that even the freckles on my face have diminished because that's a result of sun exposure as well. So you'll notice that lessen a little bit and you'll have a more even skin tone across the board by using this, okay? And then you have your circulation booster, which goes in your under eye. That's in your eye cream. And so that basically ensures that the capillaries perform optimally because remember, you don't have any oil glands under here. So the drier that this eye area gets, the more crinkles that you're going to have under there. So with this circulation booster and the capillaries being activated, because you literally just have, and the capillary, being right under the skin, with that staying plumped up, then that is going to help with this under eye area not sagging in and not having all of your crinkles, okay? And it's going to help with the reduction of the dark circles because that area is staying stimulated, okay? So then the last two things obviously are the patented ingredients. So you have your inflation and your solusomes. Period, point blank, our line and our ingredient or our products would not be what it is without these two ingredients, which I think is extremely important because you have your inflation, which is going to help with the inflammation, which is the leading cause of aging, okay? And specifically when you have, and what I've noticed, because I have very acne-prone skin, having this inflation in these products has also helped with the inflammation from any acne that I had when I first started, because all of that is your inflamed and infected skin cells, right? So this inflation, it helps provide a natural shield against sun damage. So we have all of these earthly environmental damages, right? But at least we have this inflation. Now, it does not double as a sunscreen, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But the sun damage that you do have or could potentially have, it will help kind of prevent that from happening, but you still want to have your sunscreen, okay? And I'm talking to myself here because I'm not one for the sunscreen, okay? And then last, you have your solusomes. Which basically ensures that your skin is getting what it needs when it needs it, okay? And that's extremely, extremely, extreme. Like, I cannot stress enough how important that one ingredient is. Solusomes in our products are extremely huge, okay? It is making sure specifically that all of our products are getting past that top layer, our epidermis, right? And it's getting into that middle layer, okay? So having these solusomes means that it is taking, we'll just take the baobab oil, for instance. the baobab oil and the effectiveness of that is going to be the same when it hits the middle layer of my skin as it is when I put it on the top layer of my skin. So it is not changing the efficacy of the product the longer that it's on the skin. Because a lot of times as things start to absorb, it's not as effective, right? So this is making sure that the product is just as effective once it gets to where it needs to be as it was when you put it on, which is extremely important, okay? The moisture, the inflammation, the anti-aging, the this, the that, all of it. It needs the soluzomes to be as effective when it reaches its destination as it was when it left, okay? And so then it just helps boost the interaction of the ingredients and your skin, which is huge, because a lot of times, think of things like I said earlier with the vitamin C on its own, it's not very stable and it's not very effective, but you mix it all together and you have this powerhouse product. And the soluzomes help take all of these massively amazing ingredients and put them into one and deliver the best results possible, okay?